Do you think America is the greatest country in the world?
Yes.
No.
America is the best country in the world, yeah.
No.
America's the greatest country in the world.
Because every country has positives and negatives about it.
It depends on how you define great.
America is the greatest country in the history of the world.
There is a lot wrong with America, but I still think it's the greatest country in the world.
I've lived in a few places, and like my experience in America is generally you kind of have access to everything.
If you're talking about economically, yeah, sure.
America is the greatest country in the world is like a 30s propaganda thing. That hasn't been around for a while.
But people also value other things than economy, like peace.
We're not. Like, it's just so obvious that we're not.
So I'm an immigrant, and if you ask basically anyone from outside the United States where they'd rather be, there's a lot of people in a lot of places they'd be here.
What is the greatest country in the world? I feel like there's no debate. It's the United States of America. U.S.A. of America. Of America. Why is it the best country? I think it's the, big things, freedom, right? Freedom. We are the most diverse country in the world. True. Everybody comes here for opportunity. What's the second best? Probably like England. Random. I don't have anything to back that up. I'm very, China is like one of the most powerful. Australia is the only one that's a country and a continent. So if we're thinking about like power wise, and an island, and it's also an island.
Country's a bully.
America's not bullying anybody.
America is the biggest bully in the world.
No, I disagree.
America is the biggest bully in the world.
If it's so terrible here, why are you here?
I love how people are like, if you don't like my country, we'll get out of here. We're here.
I didn't say that. I was asking why you're here. How come all the other countries are dying to come here?
That's not true. Actually, that is not true. The only people that really
Seems
want
like
to come here, well, I disagree with that. So I will answer the first.
You're here.
Most people in America are fake.
Well, I'm in America, and I'm not fake in any shape or form.
Well, not you, but now you're judging from your perspective.
But again, I'm American, and I'm in America, so everyone's not.
You don't have to be this like salesman all the time. You can just
Are salesmen bad?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't even know me.
If you're American and your parents were American, and your grandparents were American, you go back a couple generations, you probably only speak English, right? Like Pumps and Kylie and me.
Guilty.
All right? We are not the sharpest knives in the drawer,
Right.
Americans, okay? So you have one language that you're writing in, one language you're speaking in, one language you're dreaming in, and guess what? When you go to every other country, they've all learned English because the Americans are so goddamn lazy and stupid.
Right.
The bare minimum thing that you can do is punctuate it and capitalize it and use the proper verb tense and the proper grammatical structure. You lazy face Americans, I've had it.
Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
Why is America
not the greatest country in the world, Professor? That's my answer.
You're saying
Yes.
Let's talk about
Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of her paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always?
Hey.
And with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yeah, you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is, there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite?
I just want to tell you that America is the greatest place on earth. The greatest place on earth. Thank you very much.